What up, world? It's your woman butterfly. It's your woman, yeah. Woo! Okay, y'all. So much going on in the spirit realm and the physical realm, in both realms. So much. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna tell y'all about this. It's my day off, y'all. I love my days off so much. I love them. I cherish them like a precious jewel. Very, very busy times coming up. Very busy. Okay, so I need to sit here and bask in this freaking time of rest. Because the time of rest is coming to an end for a minute. Gonna have to go into serious grind mode. And I'm gonna tell y'all about that. But let me tell you about this first. Okay. So, Prince of the Air is acting up, y'all. The Prince of the Air is acting up. Okay? And for those of y'all who don't know, the Prince of the Air is another name for the devil. Okay? Prince of the Air, I believe that it calls himself the Prince of the Air because he can jump from person to person to person to person to person. Okay? Well, people that are not, souls that are not operating in the Spirit of God can be possessed by the Prince of the Air. So, let me tell y'all. Alright. So, this boy at work, right? I went to work, and I think it was the day after our last video. And I was just annoyed because it was just so much, like, it's like the temptation. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? It's like a snake is freaking doing like this. All right. The boy is just, first of all, he's just, like I said, a very attractive kid, right? And he's all built and stuff, and he's like at work, and it's just so freaking weird, okay? He be running around singing his little songs and stuff, you know, because the devil sings, right? And I hate when a man that I don't like sings to me. It's so freaking annoying, okay? But when an attractive one does, or one that I do like does, I can't, it's like, oh. Okay? Everybody's like that. Like, if you, come on, I'm not wrong for being like that. Okay, because you know dang on well, if somebody that you don't like sings to you, it's like, ew. You know, just imagine if a girl that you didn't like came up to you and just started singing to you, you'd be like, get your girl. But if it was one that was attractive, you'd be like, dang, that was cute. so he at work, you know, just going in with the temptation, you know, just being his freaking devil self, right? And he was like just singing his little songs, and it just pissed me off because it started to get to me, you know. He was singing one song that really got to me, something about she ain't been loved on in a minute, something like that. I was in the dish pit scraping the dishes out, and he walked by to, oh, Shawty ain't been loved on in a minute, or she ain't been loved on in a minute. It was true. It's true. I haven't been loved on in a minute. I just wanted him to stop, okay? Cause I'm trying to focus. So anyway, I went home and I said a prayer, and I open my Bible because, you know, this is spiritual war. It's war, okay? Freaking war, all right? And when there's a war going on, you need to have a weapon, okay? You don't need to be weaponless, okay? Now, you have a weapon, okay? In spiritual warfare, and your weapon is the Bible. The Bible, when you pick that Bible up, and when you read it, it's like you just picked up a sword and you just went, you just started slicing. You just started slicing, whether you speak it, whether you reading it, you know, like whatever kind of help you need, you pick up the sword and you just start slicing. That's the reason why they're trying to take it away from you. Okay? They put on the Bible, oh, we're gonna ban the Bible. I mean, they put on the news, oh, we're gonna ban the Bible in this state. We're gonna ban the Bible in this state. It's because they don't want you to have your own freaking weapon in warfare. You know, and it's like people don't. A lot of people don't read it anyway. But when you in, because and a lot of people ain't even aware that they in a war, spiritual warfare. Okay, until it's too late. All right. So you need to engage. All right. Don't just open up to whoever comes in your face. Okay, because that person could be the devil. Give it some time to give it some time. All right, to look at what that person is doing, look at what that person is saying, look at all that. Be very observant of of who what this could be. All right. So anyway, so God gave me a scripture about temptation, and it was James 1:2, and James 1:2 says, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation. Okay, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. All right. Okay, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. All right, so if you're being tempted, all right, you need to you need to read, okay, and understand, why are you being tempted like this? Why am I being tempted like this, God? Like, you say you can put more on me than I could bear, but this is like, you're doing too much now. So God, why can't I? Why am I being tempted? Like, why are you why are you allowing this to happen to me? Like, it's because I'm trying to make you stronger. I'm trying to build up your patience. I'm trying to I'm trying to make you strong. All right? I want you to want nothing, because I'm about to give you a lot. And if you can't handle this, you're not going to be able to handle that. Okay? I'm about to give you your soulmate, but if you're going to be getting tempted by little boys and stuff, I'm not going to give you nothing. Okay? Because you ain't finna be cheating on the grown man that I send to you with some little boys. Okay? That's probably what's going on. I'm telling you. That's probably what's going on. So I was so happy. I was real strong, y'all. I was like, oh, okay. That's what it is. All right. And I was so happy. I meditated for like an hour and a half. Because I meditated for almost an hour, and then I went to sleep and woke up at like 6 in the morning and meditated some more. Okay? I was tired when it was time to get up and go to work the next day, but I was strong in the spirit realm. I was like, when I saw the boy the next day, I was like, he don't even look good no more. he don't even, I'm past the looks. All right? He don't even look good no more. Right? The looks wasn't working no more. I don't care what song he sing. He looks like the devil. All right? So, y'all know the devil doesn't sleep. He doesn't give up, right? He didn't like my meditating. He didn't like me trying to strengthen myself. He didn't like that. So let me tell you what the devil did. Okay, so where I work, we have floors. There's 3 floors. All right? On the second floor, there's like a little service station where, we wash dishes and stuff, where but there's no cameras over there, so you can kind of hide over there, right? So I was working on the second floor the next day, and he was working in the bar area, and the bar area is on the second floor also, so you can just come from the bar to the little service station or vice versa, right? Y'all, the boy came over there, and he started to talk to me, right? And then he did his little hand sign, because the day before, I caught him doing that once in the dish pit, and then he comes into the service station the next day, and while he was talking to me, he did his little hand sign. So I stopped him, and I was like, why do you do that hand sign? Why do you do that? Right? And he was like, it doesn't mean nothing. I was like, then why do you do it? And he was like, it's just a game. Like, don't, on Instagram, when you see people, no, when you see people doing that, it just means if you look at it, then you're FUCKED or something like that. And I was like, well, I want you to stop doing that, because it's not going to work on me, right? And, oh, man, no, I'm messing up the story. Hold on, y'all. I have to rewind it, because this conversation happened the day before, okay? This conversation happened the day before downstairs, all right? the night before I did my meditation and all that. So he was down there saying, "Oh, it's just a game and all that and all this stuff." And I looked at him and I said, "You know what?" I said, "Well, you're a little gang. Or are you in a gang? Or what is it? Are you in a gang? Like, why do you do that? What does it mean?" And he was like, it's just, it doesn't mean nothing. Like, why are you so worried about it? Like, oh my gosh. I said, well, I want you to stop doing that, because you might be in a gang or something. You might be in in one of those gangs. Like, and he was like, I'm not in a gang. It doesn't mean anything. If you want me to stop doing it, I'll stop doing it. But it just doesn't mean anything. It just means if you look at it. And I was like, well, you know what? I said, whatever you're trying to do, or whatever you're trying to curse you trying to put on me, it's not gonna work, right? Okay, this was the day before on the bottom floor in the dish pit when he was singing all his little songs. And when I said it's not gonna work, he looked like he was mad for real. Okay, because he was like, I'm talking about, the boy looked like he was pissed off that I said that. Okay, so then that's when I went home and did my meditation, and then I came back the next day, and he was looking less attracted, and then I was on the top floor, and then he came over there and started talking to me. Okay, so when he came over, he did his little sign again after I asked him not to do that, and I said, you know what? Why are you doing that? What does that mean? What does it mean? And I was like, he was like, it doesn't mean anything. I said, yes, it does. I said, it means 666. That's what it means. And he was like, it's the same thing that they do in sororities and fraternities and stuff. It's just something that I do. It doesn't mean anything. And I said, but I asked you to stop doing that to me, right? So we got into this conversation about and we got into a very deep conversation. Okay, and it started to piss me off because it's like he was becoming attractive again in his conversation, because he went, most people shut down, like I said in my other video. Most young people especially shut down when you start talking about spiritual stuff, but he didn't. Like he went like so deep, and then he started talking about his life and his fears and his just all this stuff. He just really just opened up, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, like it almost made me tear up, because I was like, why can't you be the one? How come you're not him? You're sitting up here talking about just everything, like. But then I started to notice something, because this girl, the host, came up, and both of them, when he saw her, both of them kind of made a face like this, like they were. It was weird, because both of them did it at the same time, and then she said, "Oh, I'm up here now," and then she walked away, and I was like, why did she say that? Like, I don't know if it was in my head or what, but it was just weird how both of them made the same exact face when they looked at each other. And then she said, "Oh, I'm up here now." Like, I felt like it was like the Prince of the Air saying that he was her now and he was upstairs now. I don't know, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just weird when you've encountered the spirit realm, and you know that it could be. Let me tell you, there's another lady, an older lady, and when he said something about, she was like walking in and out the room during our conversation. And then he said something about how he don't want to be messing with all these different girls, because he wants to protect his body and stuff like that. And another thing that he does to get to me is he's always there. You know what I mean? Like he kind of like at work, it's like if I need to lift something heavy or something like that, he just does it without me asking him. Like, I think it's all part of the temptation. I mean, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but it's like it's just part of the temptation. It really is. The boy is just, he's strong, so it's like if I'm doing something, he don't even ask me that I need help. He just starts helping me. Yeah, it's just a mess, right? So anyway, so we were talking, and when he said that about how he wants to settle down and have a wife one day and all this stuff, just normal stuff that most men are thinking. the smart one. Uh, so I said, you know what? That's really mature for a 22-year-old to say. And then all of a sudden, the older lady was like, that's pretty good for a Satan worshiper. And they both started laughing. And then she walked off. And then she just started acting so strange. Like I never heard her curse that much, for one. And then she said something about they're gonna be so hot in that fire. But she was talking about we were talking about the chefs in the summertime downstairs, but and how hot they are behind the grill when they're grilling and stuff. But when she said they're gonna be so hot in that fire, the way she said it, it was just so weird. And then there was another conversation when we were talking, and then she just stopped and she said, "You don't know who you're messing with." And it's like, I was like, "What?" And it was like, I said, "Are you okay?" And then she was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I'm talking about those girls at the table." You know what I mean? And I know that that's something the devil does sometimes. He's talking to you, but he acts like he's talking about something else. So to me, I looked at it like the Prince of the Air was jumping through all three of those people and just messing with me that night. And I was like, you know what? You really acting up right now. The enemy is really acting up. Okay? You jumping from person to person. You acting up. You got this boy in my face. Okay? Like, what you, so, I'm going to pick up my sword and I'm just going to swing it at you because I know why you acting up. Okay? I know why you acting up. Why you trying to get me to sin right now so bad. I know why. Let me tell y'all why. Okay? So, y'all know that I've been trying to get my real estate license transferred from Florida to Georgia so that I can practice here in Georgia, right? And I've been going through so much freaking hell with the real estate commission, okay? Like, they're not like the Florida real estate commission at all. Florida real estate commission, they answer you, they call you, they email you, tell you what's up. This one right here, okay, you can just look at the reviews and just imagine what I went through. It's horrible, right? They didn't even call me to tell me that my license, that they have issued a license to a Georgia broker. They didn't tell me that. They just had me sitting here wondering what they was doing for almost a month. So I decided to pick up the phone and call them and ask them what's up. And they were like, "Oh, we issued you a license already." And I was like, "Huh?" And they was like, "Yeah, we issued you." I'm like, "Why? Y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all didn't call me. Y'all ain't send no mail. Y'all didn't say nothing to me. Like, what are y'all doing down there?" So I called the broker in Augusta, and they told me that they had my license. Okay, so I just recently got a transfer to a broker here since it's closer, and I think it's gonna be totally different this time. I really do, because I'm more hungry. I'm with a company that's going to be training me, that has more training, that has a personal coach, and it's just, everything is so different. They give you so many tools to be successful. So that's the reason why I think the Prince of the Air is just jumping around from person to person to person to person to trying to do or say whatever you can to try to, but it's not gonna work. Okay, no weapon formed against me is going to prosper. Okay, because I got my weapon and I'm gonna pick it up and swing it, and you pick yours up and swing it, swing it, swing it, swing it. Okay, don't fall for this crap, especially when you got something, when you're working on something. Don't fall for it, because it's a trick. All right, so that's all I have to say on this episode of the Butterfly Show. I will see y'all later, babies. I gotta read some papers, babies. And y'all just stay strong, okay? We're gonna stay strong. All right? Okay? Because when you have a blessing coming, when that window in heaven done flew open and God is ready to bless you, and it's springtime too, when God is really in a good mood, okay, the devil gonna act up. He gonna try whatever he can. He gonna shoot how many darts he can at you to make you feel a certain way, to bring you down. But we're not letting that happen, okay? Because we're going up. All right. Love y'all, babies. Bye.